Hi everyone, my name is Jen and I write for A Beautiful Zen, and this is the 50 Facts About Me tag. This is what I look and sound like. Hello, hi. I am Chinese Canadian. I was born in Vancouver, but I'm currently living in Toronto. I am 5'2", which isn't that short, but I feel is short. I like to cook, and if I had to choose between braising and roasting, I really couldn't decide which was better. I read a lot as a child, and I would often read during class, so much so that my teachers would start taking away my books. I have a BSc from UBC and an MPP from the University of Toronto, and I sometimes joke to my friends that I should just round up the top three and go to McGill for a PhD, but I'm really quite done with school, I think. I can be somewhat clumsy. I've been known to misjudge corners and walk into walls or walk into poles and sometimes trip on sidewalks that seemingly look even, but they are not even. I enjoy playing board games. It's one of the pastimes that I have with my boyfriend, and my favorite is Dominion. If I had to decide between cats and dogs, it would be dogs. I also don't get really crazy sappy over animals or babies, but there's an Instagrammer called Bunny Mama, and if you go on her Instagram, those bunnies make me soft and squishy on the inside. I'm pretty interested in food policy and current events, and I try my best to stay up uh, on these things as much as I can, but I'm starting to realize that blogging takes up a lot of time. My favorite news outlets are The Atlantic, which I really enjoy, and sometimes I read The Economist because I think I should. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink tea. I'm a big electronics killer. This past year, I've killed 2 laptops, 1 camera, and my boyfriend's computer charger. I'm not sure why this happens to me, and the common denominator is me, so I don't think I can just blame it on faulty hardware or faulty electronics. There must be something that I'm doing that's, yeah, I kill electronics. I really enjoy traveling, and I've been lucky enough to have visited around 15 countries or so, but that does not compare at all to my cousins who have been to 82. I am irrationally afraid of ghosts or spirits. I know they don't exist, but even the thought that they could, or even discussing that they might exist, freaks me out. I quite enjoy eating. I like to eat, and half the reason I go to the gym is so that I can eat whatever I want. My favorite things to eat are Korean food and Japanese food. I went through a period where all I really wanted to eat was a bowl of pho every day. I have a younger brother and he is into heavy metal music. I almost never buy anything full price, or at least I try my best to buy things when they're on sale. I am currently 26 years old, which to me feels like I'm getting older, so I often make jokes about how young other bloggers are, even though they may only be 1 or 2 years younger than me. But anyways, I'm 26. I used to play the piano like all stereotypical Asian children probably did. I also used to do Taekwondo, which I quite enjoyed, but I got lazy about it. My mother went through a period where I think she wanted me to be able to participate in any activities that my friends were participating in. So that meant she signed me up for swimming lessons, golf lessons, skiing, badminton. I took painting for a while, and probably some other weird things that I can't remember right now. Most kids go to summer camp, they go away for the week or whatever to have fun and play sports, but I would go to mini university or take math camp or computer programming, which I actually would be excited to go to, but I never realized that there was actually fun summer camps that you could do. That was my childhood. I used to take the little plastic plugs from Lite-Brite. I would pretend that the different colors were different plants. So I would sow the seeds onto the ground and I would pretend to sleep, and then I would wake up and harvest the different plants. When I go to sleep now, I have to roll myself up into like the tightest little burrito I can with all the blankets, which is a problem if you're sharing a bed with your boyfriend because he does not get any blankets at all. My least favorite chore to do is laundering my bed sheets. Bottled water bugs me. The idea of water sitting on shelves and not in the water cycle bugs me. There was this show in the 90s called Ghostwriter, and I would always wish that Ghostwriter would exist, which is weird because I am afraid of ghosts, but for some reason he was okay. I really do enjoy having my close friends over. We tend to play board games together and I'll make them some food and we'll just chat. I have a few guilty pleasures, but one of them would be K-pop. Some people think I'm very calm, or when they met me, they commented that I seem very relaxed or well adjusted, to which I raise a major eyebrow. But I'm very surprised by this because I tend to think I'm more of an anxious person. Some people tend to think that I'm a calm person, which is great. I fooled you all. I know how to drive. I have my license, but I don't like to drive and I haven't driven in about 2 years. I also don't know how to ride a bike, even though I've attempted to learn multiple times throughout my life. Even if I'm super full, if I see that there's a pastry or a piece of chocolate, I will eat it because I can't control myself. They are just so delicious. I really like Christmas, and I can start listening to Christmas carols at about August. I think that was the earliest I had started previously. About the beginning of August, I was listening to Christmas carols. I'm really bad at spell checking. I also don't capitalize my sentences. If I'm emailing you, you might notice that I tend not to capitalize. So much so that my friends have started worrying about my poor spelling because they're afraid I'm going to email my boss with emails full of poor grammar and incorrectly spelled words. I like Friday mornings. Partly because it's Friday morning and the weekend is coming, but also partly because you get to see all the grocery flyers that come out. For a period, I was really interested in film studies. One of my pet peeves is people who won't try or eat different kinds of food. I used to be really chubby when I was a kid, so much so that my family friends or the friends of my parents would call me Fei Moi, which in Cantonese translates directly into, I guess, fat girl, which is not very appealing. I am a night showerer. I can't stand the idea of going into bed not clean. I like parks. I don't like beaches. House of Cards was one of my most favorite shows last year. I can't wait for it to come back. I always try and pack a lunch to work just because I think buying lunch can get really expensive. Finally, I think this is my 50th fact, but even if I was a millionaire, even if I had won more than or even just $1 million, I wouldn't quit work or stop working. I would find it unsatisfying not to do something that I found meaningful or just to sit at home doing nothing. So that was 50 facts about me. I really enjoy these videos because you get to know the bloggers so much more and you just learn something interesting about them or their lives. So hopefully you found that interesting. This is my first video, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below or just shoot me an email. I see you in the next video. Bye.